Stranger, you've just broken the access code to this game. A game in which your destiny depends upon your own decisions, and where the ultimate weapon is your mind.
Test. Do they just like? No, you can't back.
There you go. There you go. See, that's a joke you should have done.
From the top.
From the top. Ask him again, Play.
What's my line?
You know, Connor, I think we should do a butthole elasticity test.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop your.
You heard that one.
It's gonna be a Twitch first.
Hey, if that one news anchor can videotape her colonoscopy, we can videotape his elasticity test. His rectal deflection gauge.
I need you to take 2 fingers.
We can science up butthole stretcher.
How often do you have to get the RFG?
Doctors recommend it once before you die.
Oh, just once?
I've been getting
just for the experience. Yeah.
I'm already like 5 in. What are we talking about? Just one?
Hey, Danny's got a card. It's punched. He's almost got the free visit.
My free
Next
one.
one's free, bitches.
It's his Christmas present to himself as a free elasticity test.
My tattoo artist who does like my anime ones gave me one, and on my fourth one
An
with her,
elasticity
it's like
test?
it's 50% off for like up to $300, and then on the 8th one it's 100% off up to $600, which is sick.
That's cool.
Damn.
Like what a deal to do it for
Yeah, it's pretty
tattoos.
boss.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, Connor, are we live?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course we are.
Sorry.
What the thing is, I ask you, and I just won't believe whatever you say, and I don't know. Like, I ask you thinking that whatever comes out of your mouth,
Schrodinger's
I'm gonna take into consideration. And
We
you
are
say
live
it, and I'm
and
just
not
like,
live
that
until you
means
ask.
nothing.
Yeah, Schrodinger's live.
No, but when you open the box in that experiment, you see the dead cat.
What's in the
When
box?
we open this box, we just see another layer of the onion that is your brain. That is the same as the outside layer.
I don't think
There's
you're supposed to
another
open the
box.
box. That's kind of the whole thing.
Why are you opening the box?
Yeah, you don't open
That's
the box.
not the whole thing. You have to open the box.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you
the
have
nice
to take
thing
the
is that
measurement at some
with
point.
Restream, we have multiple boxes. You know, we've got a YouTube box, we've got a Twitch box.
Can't you just shake the box, and then you'll know whether it's dead or alive?
That's
It'll make a
measurement,
noise
though,
either
Roger.
way.
Oh, but you're not opening it.
You can't interact with the box. I
Where
mean,
does
we
it
can
do that?
pivot to talking about the Schrodinger like cat paradox thing.
Show them the book.
Can we go
Let's
ahead and
read
get the
book.
wave
It's
equation
We're
up?
pivoting the stream. We're gonna read along.
We want time independent. Roger likes time dependent, so we'll
No
use
wave equations. I'm tired of those.
Roger prefers the time dependent version, so.
Roger
Anyways.
loves time.
Ew, why don't you just get married?
I kind of like time too.
No, you don't.
You fucking don't. Would you shut up about time? You're always fucking
I'm
saying
trying to
shit.
relate. I like time. No, you don't. Oh.
Oh.
That was the most like, Brick, where'd you get a grenade? I love lamp. What? I like time. Okay.
Oh my god. I can't believe Kirby just lied on stream, actually.
On stream, that's illegal, I think.
Demonetized.
Every streamer says 100% truth the whole time.
Yeah.
It's true.
All
That is
right.
true. Yep.
Are we?
100%.
We're here.
I'm just
We're
gonna
here.
assume we're live. I'm
Yes,
not
we're
gonna
live.
ask again.
We're live, Clay.
Because it means nothing to me. So, I know we talked about it in the chat, but were there any pit stops? So we ended the tournament. Bontal's bounty, one member arrested and executed. The rest escaped back to Bontal, presumably. You guys fought Langston Wrestle to the death. Struck him down and got the tournament reward and also bonus round reward for being the new champions of York.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of rewards.
After this, we're kind of doing a time skip travel arc, heading back to the Bastion, but I don't know if anybody had any pit stops on any of the locations along the way. If you want to jump over, we don't have to take a lot of time, but like, hey, I want to go back to this place and do a thing or check on something, I can kind of give you the current situation, or if you're looking for a specific item, we can try to you know, depends on what the ask is, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
I had any points of interest.
The only thing I would like to do is once we get back, just go take a quick trip and just check on the the current state of the Path of Friendship. How
We'll get
trafficked
there.
is it?
Yeah, so we'll get there, but anything before we get back to
Okay.
Tibbetsbrook and the Bastion.
I think so.
How's Thomas?
All right. So, excuse me. As you guys are arriving back at Tibbetsbrook, this place that was before a small, kind of remote logging town, if you guys would recall. Only a few hundred people. I think maybe 2 would be tops. 200 people before in the town, and the majority of them were loggers, or, you know, the town was run because it was a logging outpost. There was a subsect, a small minority, maybe 15 members total, that were members of this druidic grove that you guys helped, Thomas being one of them. Helped protect the grove, fought off some Tsuliat agents, and left. But as you left, the largest building, the main barn in the town, had been burned down. Another building had been burnt, and then mostly it was just like fresh cut forest, things like that. When you get back now, it is a very different picture. Wooden palisade walls built up, probably about 15 feet high. A gate fully guarded. Hundreds of people logging. This town that was just a small hamlet is now more of a small fort. And as you get closer, you realize this is the Clinian army, kind of in disguise, that have made it through the Path of Friendship after you opened it and sent word back. Now that the ground war in Kalina is done and the Relendori Navy was not able to set foot on the land, they were able to start pushing some of their troops through the Path of Friendship and into Relendor to get a foothold, to establish kind of a defense, and they have a very protected supply line for a ground invasion. So they have been reinforcing this area to make it a military kind of outpost. As you get through the palisade walls, and mention that you're heading back to the Bastion, which may or may not have had a name.
It was like the bakery or something.
It was something like that. You hear the sound of hammer on anvil. This is an active military camp. Weapons are being forged. Big supply sheds have been built inside of the walls. And all of these, probably about 5,000 soldiers at this point, are actively working to expand this location. So it's growing incredibly fast. Like daily progress.
That's what she said.
Damn.
As you get back to the Bastion, let's see here. Mr. Barnaby greets you at the door. Ah, gentlemen, welcome back home.
Thank you, Mr.
Quite a bit different from the last time you were here.
I can see that.
The Clini army has given us access to materials and labor if needed, as a thank you for, a small thanks, for helping secure this passage. More troops are coming daily. Caravans every day bring 100 people or so, more troops through. The path is fully functioning and open.
And how are they treating you all here? Besides the aid, how's the town reacting?
Very well. The druids have been respected. The soldiers are forbidden from entering the grove. All of the locals have been helped. Any of those that didn't have houses that were lost before have been built homes. It's going incredibly, surprisingly, efficiently.
That sounds great, honestly.
Whoever's in charge of this army has skill in leadership.
Do you know who it is?
I haven't met the leader, but there is a large camp on the north side of the inside of the fort, a large tent. I presume the commander is there.
Okay.
We'll be
Well, we
sure
should-
to make their acquaintance.
Yeah, we should probably go say hi.
All right, the first order of business. All right, so you guys head through the town, very busy, and as you get close to this command tent, you see messengers constantly coming in and out. It's a very busy place. You get stopped by the guards. Who is calling?
Oh,
What?
us?
Yeah, the baker's
We
dozen.
Who requests the attention of the commander?
Oh, it's not
Baker's
big,
dozen. We own the bastion down the way.
Ah, so you've returned. Follow me. I have orders to bring you straight to her.
To her?
And as
We'll
he
be
leads you
sure?
through.
Jesus
this stinks
Christ.
to high hell. This
Yeah, never
can't be
mind.
right. Who did she sleep with to get this position?
Jesus Christ, no.
Just
Terrible.
immediate.
You get
In
in
my
there and
fantasy
it's
world, no
hashtag-
way.
we get in there and it's fucking Robin.
Ah! That would be
Not quite, but
fucking
as you
great.
enter this tent, very elegantly designed, you see behind a large mahogany, intricately carved desk, scrolls piled up, missives being stamped in wax by her assistant. Plotty hooks in military, for Kirby, heavily shoulder padded military dress. Heavily shoulder padded military dress uniform.
There's sauce.
Hey boys,
Shut
haven't seen
up.
you in a while.
Yeah. Big
Hey,
changes.
Block.
What's your rank?
I'm
You can't just
Man.
ask someone that. Elias.
Oh, I'm sorry.
a commander of
think-
the army.
Commander.
See,
Commander Plotty Hooks.
Great. R.I.P.
so,
Bloody Hooks.
yeah, who, what,
Well?
got the friendship, that was, we did that,
I'm aware.
and, we did some other stuff too, but we don't have to talk about all that.
I'm quite familiar with the work you've done. I've been given your reports as you've made them. Well done. That sabotage of the supply line gave us enough time to push back the divided portion of the Bali to Harbor Bay. Allowed us to retake the country, except for that one island.
Wow.
That's good, right?
Yeah, we barely made it out of that one alive.
And now the Florentine Navy is helping defend our borders on the sea, and it gave us an opportunity to push through. And it was seen that since I have a good relationship with some of our best agents in the country, that I be given a forward position. And I'm sure you know I do like a forward position. She tosses a wink at August.
Oh,
He's the most generically good-looking guy.
that she knows. He doesn't know what he looks like.
He's generically good looking. That's canon for the first, 2 minutes. Nondescript, but handsome. Or something, I think was.
So
Mhm.
we see you're kind of expanding. The town's gotten bigger. Are we turning this into a city? Like, what's the benefit of that for the army?
We plan on bringing around 20,000 troops.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Fuck
And we need this town to be able to be defended and housed and be a place to return the favor that Velendor was so willing to push on us. It is the position of the Baali that King Berland and the Church of Teisuliad are not fit to be in power.
I've been saying that.
This town is shit, but at least the bakeries are
It's
good.
growing, honey. I'm working. Give me some time.
Mm.
You should have seen it when I got here. It was a burned down barn that I'm told had something to do with you guys.
Oh,
We tend to burn a lot of things down now that I think about it.
for legal reasons, no.
And don't worry, there was a body in the end of the path in some kind of nest that looked like it had its head crushed in, but we told that it was a casualty of war. But a monster killed it.
Unfortunately, these things do happen.
Don't worry, we've put that to bed. So you
I'm gonna
boys
look
here
at
for a
Vic.
while?
Yeah, I think we're thinking about staying for at least a little bit, but there's some intriguing threads that we'd like to pull on. Just have to decide on which one.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you need any resources, I'll give you a discount. Half off on what I can spare. I know that you guys have a sort of base of operation here yourself, so if you feel like you want to do some construction, you let me know and I'll get the boys on it.
I mean, I think we should. Came into some money recently. I think we're gonna take a couple little renovations around our place.
I can't help with everything, but if you need some kind of wall or fortifications, I can get you that half off.
That is
That
good
sounds great,
deal.
thank you.
We
What about a
will-
greenhouse?
Unfortunately, I don't have a lot more supplies than wood, if you notice.
I look at him
Yeah.
with my green skin and be like, "What's wrong with greenhouse, Vic?"
Nothing's wrong with the greenhouse.
He needs one.
Take
I'm gonna
a
get one.
listening comprehension test, Cito. That's not what he said at all.
I have a low intelligence. I'm trying to play along. My guy doesn't know what a greenhouse is.
I have a rectal stretcher. I don't leave home without it.
We believe you.
Does it fit in your pocket?
No,
Take it
it's
on
in
the
that
go?
case over there, and you see like a 500-pound big wooden chest.
Jesus.
It's locked.
It's got a big, hilarious padlock on it. One of those big keys, you know.
Yeah.
Does the front
The
end look
keys
like
around
a
her, around the
backyard?
neck.
Yeah, she's wearing it on her hip. That's all for me. You can feel free to come back if you have any more specifics, but I'll let you to it. I'm sure you want to get back home.
Alright, well,
And a runner comes through the door. An update on the next group. She kind of just gets back to work as you guys are showing out.
you want a greenhouse, Vic? How
Yeah.
big?
I don't know. Just more stuff in there.
You want more stuff in there?
Yeah.
Why a greenhouse though? Why not just expand the garden?
Well, because if I add on, some things need to be in the garden, some things need to be in a greenhouse.
Drugs?
No. Poisons.
Inside check.
Yeah, inside check. He wants to grow drugs.
Doc heard drugs and was like, huh?
19.
I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Are you just making the same poisons?
Just
I know
for
you
poisons.
made a few.
Well,
I know you
Doc
made a
thinks
few
he's
last.
making drugs.
I get a greenhouse, I can get some more, weirder fungi and stuff, and then I can make some more potent poisons.
Okay.
And
'Cause
would we
I
have
don't
shop
think-
by now, or are we
Yeah.
getting that?
Yeah, so we're not. Yeah, so this is a time fuzz, is what I'm gonna call
Yeah.
it. So,
Time fuzz.
yeah, we're doing a time skip, but we're not just skipping, we're passing through it and hitting every event that we care about.
Montage.
No, I like what I said.
Well, then this is when I would show. I bought a poisoner's kit, and I'll take away 50 gold. And then for you guys, I took a my feat at level 8 is poisoner.
Oh.
But I think with some more a greenhouse, I could expand into some poisons, do a little more damage, and maybe even debilitate some people on the battlefield.
Well, hey, if you're gonna start growing plants at a greenhouse, have these, and I'll just hand them like 7 or 8 seeds.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sure this will grow great in the greenhouse. Though no
Sweet.
research whatsoever.
It's a weed; it'll pretty much grow anywhere.
You see Jartorius come up. Oh, they're back. Wonderful.
Hello?
And am I to run this greenhouse as well? Wait, was he French?
He was.
Yeah.
I was trying to
What's
piece
French
together.
sound like?
Oh, hold on.
Am I to run this greenhouse as well?
You got it, bud.
He's
Jartorius.
got a filtered cigarette.
Well, yeah, you're just picking up. Yeah. Yes.
All
Of
right,
course.
I will. Oh, and these seeds, he holds his hands out and looks at the.
Oh, yeah. Here's the seeds.
I see, and he leans in close to you, Vic. And do I just throw these out, or
Oh, I'm just gonna plant them somewhere.
just plant them somewhere? You're such a green thumb. Of course.
Yeah.
I will plant them somewhere, and he puts it in his like chest pocket.
Right.
So, in our 4 weeks, what actions have you guys taken?
I am
Round.
doing the trade.
Okay, so you're getting that
I-
50 gold for 4 times.
Yeah.
So you've pooped 200 gold with the help of, let's find her name.
Shessa is her name. But
She's not
I'm.
on the list. She's not on the list. I'm sorry.
She's not on there?
She's not on the list of people who have names.
Are you spelling it
Parlor,
right?
workshop, garden, what's it called? Arcane Sanctuary, courtyard? I don't see Shessa.
The storefront?
She's,
Storefront.
she's
yeah.
dead. Where's her storefront?
I don't remember
Is this
calling
not
her.
in the Bastion shit frame of this notes?
I guess not. But I've had her. She's been working on my shit this
I
whole
know,
time.
but I'm just saying I can't roleplay her when I don't know her name because I don't remember everything.
Oh,
So
it's
she's
okay.
got huge tits now.
Yeah,
What?
she was like super cool, grungy goth girl.
Jessica, what the hell happened?
I've been making lots of money. I thought I'd get a little work done.
You were a 12-year-old boy last I saw you.
Well, a lot of work done. You see, she's got the fucking like.
Oh no.
She's got Botox face.
No.
She's all filler, baby.
Yeah, so but I'm giving her her cut, so she's getting 40 gold, so I've been paying her basically 10 gold a week from those profits. So 160 gold is what we bank in, and then I'm gonna give her 2,000 of our gold to start working on our level 9 stuff.
These new rooms come with new people. I think
I
some
don't
of them
know.
do.
It depends on the room.
You have the option, I think, with some rooms to add another patch of character to this motley quilt of a bastion. And then you get to make me dance. I'm dreading going downstairs. But so have we decided what we want to add, I guess?
Well, how many are we adding? Can we add?
You just
I forget.
pay for it, I think.
Oh, okay.
The rules is written is everyone has their own bastion, and everyone can do everything. But you guys
Okay.
didn't take advantage of that because it was a lot of rooms. So you
Yeah.
took what you wanted and then didn't do it. So I think everyone has the option to add one or two each. I don't know. Let me look at the rules.
I think it's 2 at no cost, but I'd be fine with like if everybody selects 1 since we're all sharing.
Yeah.
That's the one that had cost. I'm
The-
guessing. I
some of them
haven't
do
read
have cost. They're like expanding the building technically has cost, and then like expanding the regular rooms have cost. But like the
Yeah.
so
for that, I'm gonna give you guys
facilities don't have a cost with them.
Okay, so for that, I'm gonna give you the 50% off on the expansion, like construction cost, because I was looking at it and they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah, I mean it's a money dump for sure.
Yeah. So the adding a facility, I guess.
We could just use those prices. I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I honestly don't know how much money you guys have. I used loot tables and I know there was several. Also,
have
the
a,
things like converting the paintings into real money and the gems, like that could have happened in this fuzz as well.
Yeah, I figured
think we
that was a
did that.
part of the bank already. Yeah.
Perfect.
I did it with the gems too, just so we know.
Perfect.
Those were, I think, not diamonds, so.
Okay.
And is that all reflected in the bank earnings that we have?
Yeah, it is. The only thing that's
Cool.
not reflected is that one painting we gave to Sabaro. So there's only 3 paintings worth of money that we got.
Right, but
It's
sorry,
all
so-
included in there. You'll see it in the game
It's in there.
party
Yeah,
game.
Yeah, right. So you didn't add like 4 pings worth of gold, and we need to take a pings worth of gold out of our bank. Our bank is up to date.
Yeah, our bank
Okay,
is up
cool.
to date.
That's all right.
The only thing not included in the bank is our silver and copper. I just left that to you guys because I didn't want to use decimals at the moment.
Yeah.
You didn't want to.
Shout out to our sponsor. Do we
Decimals.
What a sponsor.
Yeah, it was a good
So-
get, to be honest.
I can't believe we got decimals. Their waiting list is fucking huge. I can't believe someone
It's
cancels
insane.
and then you get it. So back to the question. We have two choices. Greenhouse and what was it? The next one.
Teleport.
Are you just upgrading the storehouse? Or no, that automatically upgrades.
That auto upgrades, yeah. It's just more of a profit thing.
Greenhouse?
Feel like a greenhouse is fine by me.
That's one choice. We
'cause I
have
know
6 choices if we each want to pick one.
Yeah, so greenhouse, I think the
By rules, we have
scriptorium
12 choices.
the scriptorium is interesting, especially with my book stuff. I think that
Being
could
a
be really
Somebody is gonna like plan on taking teleportation. Having a teleportation school here. would be
Yes,
amazing.
I can end up taking it. It's just gonna be a while because of my multi-class. That's the only issue.
The only other person that can is August.
Yeah.
So I think the way that I want to rule it, so it doesn't feel too bad, and it's still a cost. So everyone can take up to 2, because that's the rules. If it doesn't fit inside of this box, you guys have to pay for the expansion room, the square feet.
Gotcha.
That
So
works.
if you want more rooms, you have to pay for the square footage of it. But we're not going to stop you from getting the 2. It's just now money's involved.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like feels fine to me, I guess. If that feels
Yeah.
fine
Yeah.
to you guys.
That's fine. Yeah, that feels fine. Feels
So-
fine.
Get whatever you can fit. I think blocking it out on here, you don't have to do it all, but I mean, this is the section where we're updating the Bastion, so we probably should update the Bastion.
Yeah. We'll get in here.
I guess I think it's fun. If you guys don't think it's
We're
fun,
in here.
It is fun. I love that
Yeah,
shit.
no, I'm into it.
on the back. Grass.
Do we have to pay for that, or
Sure.
is it included?
Your ass. The grass came with the world, actually.
The world.
So, let me pull up the prices. I had them up earlier. I should take a screenshot.
You have the library already, right, Raj? Or is that different? Or is that something you
It could
wanted
be
to do?
Arcanum or something.
I have the arcane study.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we each had something originally, right? I haven't looked at it in a while, but I think I had the war room.
Yep. I had a garden.
Yeah, we see the garden. Squeak had some kind of... What did you have under... You had a basement level thing, right, Squeak? What was it?
Yeah, I have a
That's a
workshop under my
workshop.
parlor.
Okay, then I think I want, if we can choose one
Yeah.
or two.
Barracks for my...
Each can choose
Right.
up to 2. Every person can choose up to 2. If it
Yeah,
doesn't fit
right.
inside the current footprint, we're paying. That's the
Gotcha.
only rules I'm gonna.
Okay, then I'll probably, if it fits, well, what I for sure want eventually is the library and the scriptorium. That's probably what I'll lean towards as Elias.
And you guys
Library
got
makes
one,
sense.
So I don't think.
And I think I can fit those all in one room, even.
Yeah, it says what the room requirements are in there, and we're just gonna close our eyes and say that's perfect.
I think for me, I'll probably take the teleportation circle, and I'll get the trophy room. I figure the trophy room makes sense since I have Mr. Barnaby research stuff already.
I was going to vote for a trophy room. Because that comes with, like, extra expert trainers. Should look into that. Do you have a...
Okay.
Mm-hmm. When training area becomes part of your bastion, choose one trainer from the expert trainers table. On each bastion
room.
turn, you
Trophy
can
room.
replace that.
Listening comprehension test.
Fuck! I thought you said train. Looking at the wrong
Trophy
thing.
room. We can get the rectal stretcher for this test.
I had a fucking
But yeah,
day.
I was between.
How good's your hearing? No thanks, Doc. My butt hurts. Uh-huh.
What are you saying?
Look, aren't you my dentist?
Oh, because I was stuck between those two and the scriptorium. But if you're grabbing the scriptorium, then I'll just grab the other two.
Okay. We'll have to see if they fit. Can you... Is the Bastion page open? Clay?
Up to date. I think you guys are all.
How do you
Oh, can
drag
I need to
players
drag
to
you?
people? Yeah.
You guys can all edit. It's up to date. I added grass around, so if you want to build a new room out.
And I sent the prices to our chat.
Oh yeah, perfect.
The sizes for them are...
Oh, nice.
So a cramped is 4 squares. Roomy is 16. Vast is 36. So we could... You have enough to expand for kind of whatever. It's going to cost a bit if some of them are like vast. But
They say too, somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What does the size do?
It's
Size?
just the footprint of the room.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't think you have...
so it doesn't do anything mechanically other than be big.
No, so like the greenhouse says that it's roomy. That's how much it requires roomy amount of space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the
Ooh.
individual buildings have a footprint requirement. So you guys got to
I see
assemble
that.
assemble the base how you like it so that it feels good. And then if you want to add another room and there's not enough footprint,
We need to expand.
buy some ground. Because in my head, those you're buying the room, you're not buying the contents.
that makes sense. I need to change my garden size in it. My garden's also supposed to be roomy.
The two things I'm gonna do is build a laboratory, which is gonna be roomy. That'll go underground as well with my workshop.
Or-
Play,
I have a
tell me if
feeling
I need
all
to
of
buy
the
space for
special
that or not.
facilities are probably
I
roomy,
I
which
think we'll have to
what did I
to
just say?
add on to that footprint that's below. Just pay for that add-on down there. Yeah.
And it's half price, or is that gonna be full price?
Well, I kind of got talked out of it.
Okay, so 500 for the lab.
Yeah, because what is the price here?
1,000 gold for roomy.
I thought it was 500 for roomy and 2,000
Where-
for.
No,
Fast.
it's 500 for cramped.
500 to upgrade.
Those are for basics, though.
Enlarging a facility is half off. So if you have a cramped room and want to make
Enlarging basic facilities. Okay. not building a new facility. So it'll be 500 for the lab to build that, and then it's gonna be 2,000 to expand my workshop. Correct.
Honestly, I feel like we all just said different things, and I don't have a strong opinion on what we want to go with. In my head, I wasn't super stuck on basic and special facility. I don't remember if we paid for this room or if we just slapped down a fucking fat house.
Yeah, we kind of just threw a big house down.
We did.
So I think if it's in here, you don't have to pay to put the special facility in. You just put it in. But if
If it
you
can
need
fit.
more footprint, we
Yeah.
pay for the adding basic facilities to pay for footprint, and then we don't pay for adding facility types.
That was my
Okay.
impression. Yep.
I feel like money
I
on
was
footprint
listening.
makes the most sense to me. There we go. We can release a little bit of tension on the butthole stretcher now.
Okay. So I think
Is that fine with everybody? This isn't rules as written.
No,
I-
it's
Yeah.
not. But that's fine. I just
I-
need to know. I just need to know what I'm paying for my
So,
shit.
what are you adding? What size is the room?
I'm expanding the workshop and I'm adding a laboratory.
So
A what?
use the expansion one to do the expansion one, and
Yep.
then however big a laboratory is, that's how much that'll cost. If
Okay.
it feels like that's going to spend all your guys' money, then let's just do half off, because it makes sense to me with all the construction and the good faith you guys have. Because I wanted you guys to buy some shit too. I don't want to use all your money on this, because we don't keep up with the Bastion super crazy. It's in my back of my DM mind to this place will matter
Yeah.
at some point, but I don't know exactly how that's gonna go. So
What do you guys need? Are you guys looking to buy anything? Or should we get horses? I know we have a flying carpet now.
I feel like we might be able to rent horses from what's her name from the army. But we can get the stables, but I feel like all of us aren't animal people.
Yeah, I'm just thinking transportation wise, do we need horses? I'm not saying that's stable, but it would make sense to have a stable of horses. But
Yeah.
are we just gonna be magic carpeting?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Just
I think magic
carpet?
carpeting.
should we hire
Look, you
a
don't have to
local
feed a
artist for
carpet.
murals maybe?
yeah, my understanding of the stable too is it's kind of a money maker. You can bring back horses and they sell them.
Okay.
We're pretty good at stealing.
What if? I mean, we're gonna need health potions and stuff for our next.
Yeah.
I think the laboratory can make them. One of the
Is there-
rooms.
Do we need to
Makes
buy a
health
weapon for Siddle? I feel like getting him a weapon would be good. I know, Ivan, you messaged about a shield.
Yeah, but I'm not super. That's just if we happen to have something left over, it is not a necessity by any means. Yeah, I agree. I think it should probably go to upgrading something for Siddle, and I think really Siddle, August, probably Doc and Elias need a little something, because I know you just got the sword. I
just got a
I've
sword and
my
armor.
implement.
So
Did
I'm
you
kinda
attune to
going-
the sword yet? You did for a minute, right? And then put it away.
Yeah. No,
These
I got
past
it.
4 weeks, I can make 4 magic items from my arcane study. Oh no, I can't. We're
I
level
could
8
just
now.
recruit a bunch of soldiers for our base. That's about all I can do. But I mean, I would. I will.
You just add them to that list on the Miller note.
Oh, I had to give them all
That
clown
Miller
notes.
note-
Thank you for reminding me about that. I forgot about that. I'll do the math and I'll add the
Hang on.
people. Yeah. They all had clown names and they were good.
I'm using this. There's a thing inside of the session notes that says Bastion
Yep.
shit. That in my head is the active, correct list of things in the Bastion.
Somebody
Except for
add
that
a bunch
big
of
titty Botoxed up ladies. Her name's not on there.
hirelings.
Wild card.
I can make
Wild
health
card.
potions in the workshop.
Okay.
You cannot.
I can.
My hearing.
For half off or what?
I just read that I can do it. I'll have to dig into it some more. But I've got a list of things that I want to make. I've got a list of things that I want to add. So I'm going through it.
So it's the greenhouse that every 7 days can make a greater healing potion or some of the poisons. Greenhouse is good.
Yeah. That was restoration.
Potion of healing greater is what it says. Or it can make a fruit
That's
of
good.
restoration.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. They don't. My workshop does not have access to alchemist supplies.
Oh no, it's not. The fruit is always in the greenhouse. But if you pick it, it has to be eaten within 24 hours, or else it loses its property. So basically, anytime you go back to the Bastion, you have free once a day lesser restorations. Which
Okay.
not nothing.
Sorry, what was the area for Rumi? How many square?
16, so it's 4, 16, 30.
16.
So just one of the 4x4 squares on Tailspire.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
4, 16, 36. I'll link the page in D&D.
Yeah, so it's just 2x2, 4x4, 8x8. But I think they allow you to do different shaped rooms. It just needs that many squares.
Yeah.
Also, Rumi is 4x4.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or funky shaped, but has to have 16 squares in it, yeah. Okay, so where's this shit gonna go?
I think I'm gonna make the library like
Should I turn grid on? How do I do
back
that?
here. I think I'm gonna just change this window out to a door to a library. That's cool with everyone.
There we go. Can you guys see the grid too?
What?
I turned my grid on. It might be just for me.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, it's just for you.
a preference thing. But each tile is a what? 5x5 feet?
5x5 would be considered 1, which is why the grid is nice. A square. An individual square is 1. So if you go to the 1x1, that is what a single square example is right there. So then, like, Rumi would be that.
What does upgrading a basic room do? Or is this a...
It makes it larger. So, like, you guys have a war room. If you guys want
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at
war room
specifically.
to be
Also,
bigger
wait.
and cooler, you can upgrade the size of it. I don't know if it
Wait,
does effects. It might
I don't know if this is a level 17 Bastion facility. Did they update Bastion since we made our Bastion?
No.
No.
You probably did the level 17 one. Or you did an armory and a barrack? What did you pick? Let's look. I have it on the thing. See, you did a kitchen and a barrack. So the barracks, I think, is the bunks.
It is. I didn't do a kitchen. Where the hell? Where'd you get kitchen?
Parlor? We have a parlor. In the thing you selected and added to this note sheet. Am I taking crazy pills?
Man, I wouldn't type kitchen or parlor. Where? What note sheet are you on?
The one fucking notes for the whole campaign.
In Bastion?
no.
Yeah, I am, but
I don't know. Do we not see this kitchen? Question mark likes cake. That's what it says. Am I in the wrong place?
Siddle, kitchen likes cakes, barracks equals trainee, goofy bozo, Pennywise Joffrey.
I'm in the Bastion page.
Yeah, that's something.
This is this is the main page. So there's, I don't know if you have a
Session
different
notes, yeah.
page, but yeah, if you go to the main
It's
like the
session
landing
notes
page,
page.
yeah, there's one called Bastion shit.
Yeah.
There's
That's what we're looking
little
at.
note.
I see.
So here it says Siddle Kitchen likes cake because you absolutely butchered making a cake.
That is not my Bastion. My Bastion page is like 6 cards with.
I'm pretty sure I typed this up. This whole box.
So this is where working as a group to collectively have a thing is super useful.
Yeah,
So,
What? Oh, Bastion. Okay. There's
So
Bastion
maybe
shit.
in this session where we're fixing stuff, we should make a single spot that we all agree on that is the current state of the Bastion.
Well, there was a Bastion thing if you go up to the Horenheim level. But yeah, let's see here.
Oh, I see.
Whatever I did barracks. I feel like kitchen
Yeah,
question mark
I think
was
what
not
happened,
me. Yeah,
I think
go
I
ahead.
made this, and then you guys made the other one.
Yeah, I do remember the barracks and those people that I named. That is accurate.
So, wherever we want to keep it, I don't care. But let's agree.
Yeah. We can take away the war room if that's level 17. I feel like we should. It doesn't make sense. It's not legal. I can change that.
Flag on the play.
I'll turn into a training area. We'll say that's a level 9.
I love trains.
He does.
That is a vast area though, so I'll let you guys. A vast area is how big?
8 by
8 by 8. That's big.
36 squares. You okay, Bobo? Oh, come here. Just come back this way.
You said Roomy is 16, right?
It's in the telegram, girls.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the sizes are.
They
in the
were not.
telegram.
That's what I was wondering.
It's
That's
2
why I
by
asked.
2, 4 by 4, 8 by
I
8.
just linked the Bastion thing that has all this info.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the link.
Powers of 2. We got a room going down.
So I assume we have enough money for the rooms. Or equipment. Is anyone looking at stuff, or what's the vibe there?
So I had a question actually. There's a piece of equipment called the all-purpose tool. I was wondering if I could see about either building or finding.
Is that a tool that is any tool when you need it, sort of thing?
It's basically a focus for an artificer, and it can give a +1, +2, +3. It's your +1, +2, +3 weapon as an artificer.
Oh, yeah. I think
So I could do
Definitely
that,
get that.
or I could upgrade my
that's where your damage
my
is,
bubble
right?
blaster.
Like in
Yeah.
your shit. Yeah, I agree. I think getting you any
it
sort
doesn't
of like
have
upgrade
price,
like that, like all-purpose tool or mace or shield, or I think a lot of us got armor.
Are you still using the cloak of Elvenkind?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't need to anymore. I mean,
Do you want to?
I can. It's just a wondrous item, so it goes over my armor.
The only reason why I asked is I could make other stuff if you didn't need it or didn't want it.
You want to upgrade it? Go ahead.
Let me
Or,
see
like,
if
change it to
there's
something else.
anything I think would work better for the group. I don't know. I couldn't find a price on the all-purpose tool.
Can't either, but I think
So the
I don't
+1
know how it
upgrade would be
upgrades.
uncommon. It would be an uncommon level like crafting.
yeah, if you find an uncommon wondrous item, we can use that as the like price analogous.
Well, I think there should be rules for crafting an uncommon item, magic item.
Based on the price of it, isn't it? Like half the material price and then time.
Uncommon magic item price. Uncommons
Wondrous
aren't that
matter. But he goes all the way to +3, so he can go all the way to epic.
Yeah, but that would
Depending
take,
on how much money.
that would
he
take
wants.
months. That would take months. I was thinking of just...
We're in a time fuzz. You probably got a few weeks here. I don't think months is the right amount of time, but a few weeks is definitely, yeah.
Is that in the player's handbook? The crafting rules?
Look, just type in crafting on D&D Beyond and look for the 2024 thing. That's what I do. I don't keep track of things like that too well.
Does uncommons go up to 500 gold? Rares go up to 2,500. Very rares go up to 10k. Legendaries are like insane. Like basically saying like people wouldn't really sell them, but 50k plus.
Uncommon is 10 days. Rare is 50 days. I don't think we're going to be here for 2 months, are we?
It's really up to you guys.
I think we're probably on a bit of a time-ish crunch. I mean, just given the state of events that we currently know, I don't think we'd feel... Ivan wouldn't feel super comfortable just sitting for months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would I get any bonus to the time if I had my workshop help? On off hours?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. More people working on it.
Oh, and I can also use the hole to even cut that time down even more.
That's true.
Absolutely. That is what the hole is for.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rare. It'll be...
Good way to stretch your
So I'm gonna not expand the workshop. I'm gonna spend the 2,000 gold to give my bubble burster a +2.
first.
And I will work on that 8 hours a day for... Let's see, the hole reduces it by 1.5 or 1 quarter. Reduces time by a quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 50 would go to 37.5 days. And then how much time would my workshop help?
You have one person in 3 pieces.
Yep.
So let's make a check for them.
Hell yeah. What's their stat block? Just a goblin? 3 goblins?
3 goblins. Let's say they have +2 to this, because you wouldn't have got somebody who was totally trash at it.
9 goblins.
+2 seems fair.
13.
13. Let's say they
That's
reduce 50% of a full person helping. So not quite in half, but take
Another quarter?
another quarter. That feels fine to me. As I make it up.
Yeah.
So I'm coming up with 28 days. Exactly 4 weeks. So this is basically all I can do. I can commission to have the laboratory built, and then for the next 4 weeks, I'm just down there working on
Making
my
a tool.
I'm upgrading the
Yeah. I think that fits.
cannon. All right, so that I'm gonna end up spending $3 grand total, and that's gonna be my whole time at the here. You guys do not see me for a whole month,
I think that fits.
except like to come up for air. Like every,
and then he goes back.
4 or 5 days, just to get something to eat, and then right back at it.
I think Vic would commission the greenhouse, so that What's this? That's like 1,000. Or probably I need 2K for that, I think. And then I think he would spend time over near the druids a bit.
Yeah, sorry, I am frantic editing an item. Oh, did that do all of it? Sorry. So you want to spend time with the druids, anything in specific, or
I think
any
I would
kind of...
kind of ask about the Fey realm a bit and kind of gear a little more that way.
Sure, so as you kind of check in, you start heading, if you remember, through the forest. It was about an hour's journey to get to the hidden cove. Something you notice is that out of all the logging and the construction, after about 15 minutes in the direction of where the Druidic Grove is, you see that the timbering has stopped. So they have left this area as it was, and they're harvesting their lumber from a different area. And you go through the same kind of briared defensive structure and then down the spiral staircase. And Thomas, who you left,
Big T.
kind of ascended. He looks definitely a little more put together. He's wearing kind of furs and leathers that are have, instead of threads, kind of sewn together by a living vine. And he appears to be he's coming to his own. Vic.
Hey, how you
Good to
doing?
see you again.
Big Thomas.
Good to have you back in Tibbetts Brook.
Yeah, it's good to be back. You've been gone for some time. Dangerous world out there, that's for sure.
It is, but with your help and the idol protected, we've been able to do a lot of good.
Good. Now, do you know anything about this Fey realm?
Yes, it is very different from our own world. The sun, the days don't pass as usual. If you stay in the same location, the sun will stay in the same point of the sky. And you must walk.
I kind of
nightwards.
remember that.
It is famously dangerous, and the Fae love to play tricks on mortals.
You ever heard of someone referred to as the Betrayer?
Yeah, they're here. Yes.
You have.
Only stories.
Okay, well, I'm down for a fairy tale.
The betrayer is in rumored. I don't know. These, like I said, I've heard stories. He's either an archfey or a powerful fey creature of some type who, if the stories can be trusted, used to live for a time at least, in the mortal world here.
Oh.
But around the time of the end of the Great Bounty, that's when the betrayal happened that he took his name for. I don't know exactly the details, but he committed something so against his character that he gave himself the name the Betrayers.
Oh, self-proclaimed.
And it is said that after he did what he did and
Do you know what he did?
learned, I don't know exactly. There's lots of stories, killing, sacrificing, betrayal of a best friend. There's several different tellings, but it is said that after he realized his mistake, he vowed to never return to the world, for it's better without him, and all he does is
Okay.
make it worse. He returned to the Fae and has been there ever since.
You know, if this is like a good guy we should be buddying up to, or
I would counsel caution when dealing with any Archfey.
okay. How do you know so much about Faerun?
Like I said, I don't know too much, but the Fae is not totally disconnected from Druid craft. It is a different form of nature, a much more peculiar story of life, but it is still a life in itself. It's said
Okay.
that particular circles of mushrooms are a large tree in moonlight. If you walk around it 3 times, there's different ways to enter, but
3 times walk around. All right. And what about the mushrooms?
mushroom circles, that's another story of entrances to the Fae.
Oh. Okay. Mushroom circles walk around.
Are you considering going?
Oh no, just well maybe.
No judgment, I'm just curious. This is a peculiar set of questions, as you could think.
Well, appreciate you, Thomas. Let me know if you need a hand around here with anything. Our crew is gonna be around hanging out for the unforeseeable future.
Of course.
But I just had some questions about the Fae realm.
If you think of any more, please, I'll be happy to help if I can.
Will do. Will do.
All right. Somebody else mentioned wanting to check out the path. I don't know if that question has been answered.
Doc wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been answered.
All right.
I wanted to know what the state was. Had people been using it? We get back, there's a huge city bill. I'm like, oh, yep, they've been using it. It must be fine.
You guys did great in the path. It's a wonderful path. Yeah, so I see some measurements. Oh yeah. Elias. One of the
Yes.
nights when you're, I assume, sitting in either the storeroom or somewhere, and you're checking the books and going over the logs and the profit projections and things like that. you're kind of just fidgeting as you're considering the numbers, and you reach into your pocket and you start flipping a coin. It's the second token you found in the Ink Warden's hidden room in York. You remember in the Path of Friendship that you're able to insert it into the slot on the library. That's how you gained your tattoo.
Yeah.
You start flipping it around, feeling it in your hand, and then you look over to your other forearm and you see the tattoo, the mark. You're like, I think it could fit in there if I wanted to.
I do it.
You shove it in. It goes in just like a book does. Doesn't feel especially strange. But you find yourself back in that very finely finished library, and the dwarf sitting at the table. You're used to seeing him in these blue projections of energies, these fragments of memory. But now, that blue haze is gone and everything seems like a real life. Tapered candles on the desk, and then from the ceiling, small glowing stones lit by that magical wiring. And Colleen himself, the dwarf. Ah!
Oh. I didn't mean to
Another token.
intrude. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
No. Always welcome. The business of books is always available for more information. I see that you've taken another token. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't know what it did. I just kind of went with the dumbest idea.
You look down at your arm and the tattoo has expanded, grown more intricate. You found another token. You are now an Ink Lord.
Oh.
Another climbing the ranks.
But I
Done?
hardly... Thank you,
You
but...
truly have not done very much for. I thought I gave you a pretty straightforward task, but I don't know what you've been up to.
Well, kind of stopping a war and also creating another. But
Sure. Like I said, I have no information from after the Great Bounty ended, so any kind of basic history books will go a long way for me.
I understand.
I can't be
but
outside. I
trying to give
get
you-
only the books kind of come into this dimension, so that's the entire way I'm getting knowledge. You sent back a book I have 5,000 copies of, and it's not doing a ton for me.
I understand.
So, like,
It's
literally
just-
any new books would be super helpful. And, like, no pressure. You're the only guy I got, so you're not going to get fired or anything. But I'm just gonna...
It's just hard to find the ones that you're looking for. You gave me...
I mean, anything, really. Anything written in the last 2,000 years is going to be super helpful.
But don't you want one of Bast and Stormborn and Dalen?
I mean,
and...
that was the ideal book. But if you give me 100 books that slowly paint the picture, I'm into... I got nothing but eternity
why did you
in
say
this
that
library.
the first time?
That's my bad. I should have been more clear.
The mission is a lot clearer now.
I mean, I can't help you navigate the current world without a picture of it. And I can get pictures through words only. On
I
paper.
understand. Well,
But, happy congratulations, Ink Lord. If you find more tokens, you can, ascend again. The tattoos will grow. But also, if you have someone else who wants to join in, find another one Get 2 guys working on the problem. That's good too.
Oh,
I could have books.
I could have given that coin to someone else, and they would have been an ink warden.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. No, I'd rather keep them all.
That's fine. Just like I said, books, man.
Okay.
Just throw them in. We organize it. I can do it on this side. Don't worry. I got the Dewey Decimal set up. Dewey's in here somewhere.
Dewey.
Yeah, he's one of my
Our sponsor.
The Dewey Decimal System. Check them out at deweydecimalsystem.gov.
.gov.eu.
I think it's an org, actually.
It's all of them.
It is all.
It's every ending. But yeah, I mean, do you have any questions? I'm a librarian with all of knowledge from the past, and I feel like we don't really chat that much.
I signed a contract with the devil that I didn't really read.
Whoa, that's a strong opener. Okay, can you put the contract in? Like I said, I can't see outside.
I wasn't given a copy, but
Sounds about right for a devil. Yeah.
I can ask for one.
I'm gonna be honest, that's probably not gonna work.
They seemed reasonable.
They do.
But, I guess without knowing what's on the contract, there's not really a good advice you can give me.
And I'm not a lawyer.
Right. But, I guess, are there stories that you know
Yes.
of big corporations kind of meddling with the ins and outs of countries and wars and how they've collapsed, or if they ever collapsed?
Right.
And what were the tipping
You guys
points
do a
for
very
that?
Matrix like slide around. He does this, and like a whole new rack of bookshelves.
Yeah.
And he's like, pretty much this whole shelf, and it goes as far as you can see into the darkness. This shelf is corporations meddling with geopolitical entities. What are you looking
Section
for?
A
What's your
through F.
what are you? If you
There's
had
a
to
company.
condense your
There's a
question
company
into a
now.
question.
There's a company now named Servini & Co. And they're middlemen. Yeah, and they're middlemen between whoever his clients may be. He has no, or they have no, shame in who they work for or with.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a lot of fingers into many cookie jars, I'll say.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm afraid they have a lot of influence on the war that's going on right now. And even a bigger battle ahead that's kind of, now that we're moving this along, it's kind of hovering over the war like a storm.
Sure.
And it's not really the fight we're fighting, but this one is.
Any purveyance of specialty items or strange objects that seem out of place?
Well, this is how I turned like this. My dad actually took me into a containment that the company uses, and he showed me his treasure that he keeps there, and it ended up being the heart of a ice devil that flew into me, and that's why I look like this, and the Stygius type of stuff. That's how I got here.
He starts kind of pacing. He's into this. He's been in this eternity. He has all the books, but no one to talk to. I see. A devil heart, hard to come by, is from the Stygian circle.
And Vic found its claw and gave it to me, and it absorbed right into me without me even having a say.
I see. Well, the Stygian circle is currently, well, as far as I know, last I heard, under the control of the archdevil Levitus, or Levistus. If a heart of Stygia made it to the material plane, either him or... Well, it's probably not him. A different devil is making a play for power. And they want to expand the influence of Stygia onto the material plane. I could see a devil making a deal with a merchant or someone with influence in multiple nations to try and help Stygia gain a foothold of power.
That could be true. I mean, this company is also working with the soul anchors from Armistead. They're making copies. Remember Armistead, the old city?
Yes, I'm familiar with Armistead.
You know that big, in front of the Capitol, it was in the square.
Bridge.
Huh?
The ethereal bridge?
I guess so, but they're making copies and shoving souls into them. And I'm pretty sure those anchors are being used as a power source by Tesuliat, the Tesuliat leadership.
What is Tesuliat?
Some false god that people are following behind, and they're taking over Relendor now as leadership. The king of Relendor is kind of in the,
there was
the
no
background.
Tesuliat in any pantheon that I've heard of. Must be new.
Yeah, I heard it was new. But
not even, I'm saying, not as new in popularity, but that deity did not exist in the history.
Oh.
Not that it wasn't popular, it did not exist.
Oh. Well, yeah,
No
so
one
they're...
ascended to godhood in the past 1,000 years, 2,000 years before my time, so the odds that a true ascension having happened is very low.
But what if they're undead?
There are undead gods, but I still doubt that a true ascension has happened.
We fought a follower, not archbishop, but one under.
Well, I'm not saying that religion as a religion doesn't exist in your world, but I'm saying a true deity.
I understand, but they're following this person, and these bishops. We fought one, and they ended up being an undead. Maybe they found some.
Creating these ethereal bridges, are they?
Not sure what their full motive is, but they're using them. And
using the necromantic energy of the soul to
power something up.
Yes. I'll tell you what.
They're also collecting the funny ore in Armistead. And the one we've... Yes.
Yes.
And every time...
Conductor.
Yeah. I feel like that's like the catalyst to something. I don't know, I'm not good with books and learning, but...
I will think on this. If you can give me histories, I'll be able to help more. I need just histories of how the world has come to be where it is. Histories can tell you a lot, even if they're false or written by the victor, how you say.
Okay.
Patterns of propaganda and lies are easy to sniff out when you've seen it 10,000 times.
And you've seen it a lot of times too, and read about it. What's like the main thing that these companies collapse by? Like, what's the mistake that... There's always, history repeats itself.
If the company you speak of is tied in this, and there's hearts of Stygia in the material world, a deal has been struck by someone to gain power in return to push the goals of a demon. They'll get greedy. You just have to see what they desire and use it against them. Because if they've gone this far, it's almost certain they won't stop.
Right.
If you send me books, I'll be able to give you more information. If you find more tokens, feel free to put them in and we can have another conversation, but I fear that the power of this token is waning. You can reach me through the normal methods. Parchment and pen. Please. Histories. As you kind of fade, he starts yelling louder. Really, any book from, like, your time, not old books.
Anything, please.
And you appear back in the desk. Like this, where you would put the coin in. Now, the majority of your forearm is covered in this now growing, scrawling pattern of, it looks like, you know the famous, like, Japanese wave? It looks like the slot, and then coming out from all directions, that, but instead of water, it's dark ink. With, like, foaming ink crawling out onto your skin. Waves of ink. And please change your tattoo to Mark of the Ink Lord.
Oh.
He got promoted.
Instead of the Kaling.
Congrats, bro.
It's called, Mark of the Ink Lord. I can add it, actually. Let me try to add it.
Oh, I see it. I have it.
And get rid of the other one. And you now
Mark
have
up a
advantage on intelligence saves and all intelligence checks.
Damn!
That's good.
Whoa.
And it'll only get better. You 5 more of those coins.
Holy shit, that's fun. Oh, I can go into the library? Sick.
Alright. I saw there was some telegram messages. So what else is on the old list?
Can you check the map to make sure I made the right size? Is that what it's supposed to look like? Or did I make it too big?
I think it's too big.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's right.
Okay. For Rumi, right?
That's for Rumi, yeah. Or was that Vast?
That's vast.
Yeah, Rumi is 4 by 4.
Wait, so one by one is just like this, right?
1 by 1 is this.
One square.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 squares by 4 squares. Or 16
So-
total if you want to make an L shape or something.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Turning the grid on is helpful and, like, rising it up. So, I guess what I would like is if you guys have any, I remember we talked to this guy and, like, something happened, or, like, if you have any questions like that, we can go through it, but what we're looking for is I guess more specific than just to this continent with no goal. Like, I want you guys to have a goal. It doesn't have to be super cohesive, but, like, here's our clues, this is what we think, you know. And then that'll help me, 1, prep, and then 2, help, hopefully. You guys got a lot of the story, and it's getting very close to, like, what's kind of going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know we discussed. We definitely want to track down and see where. Well, we've got Drenta. I know that
Yeah.
Doc's interested in finding Drenta, and then the
Estria, I think.
Indria.
Indria.
And then
Within
we're
Drenta.
looking to track the stones anyway. And then I was interested in potentially seeing if we could use the Fae as a means to kind of shortcut, or at least use it as a informational expedition, and then head out to the desert that way. But that was something I had briefly mentioned.
I feel like getting to the Fae as a shortcut is going to be an actual long cut.
Yeah.
But it would be fun.
I mean,
The
it's
Fae is
possible.
fun.
It's definitely possible.
Because I think the time...
In
we
my
were
head-
essentially-
You would need to make some social checks in Trader's Folly. You know, the town that you know of, or you'd have to find a guide or something like that that could help, which is also totally possible. But basically, you would be able to tell that that is a likely method that the Faceless use for travel.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's not a far-fetched idea at all.
No, it's a good
20
idea.
minutes in and out.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna
Those
go.
are
We're gonna go through the
ultimately-
Fae to Drenta to look for the anchors. Side quest. Go to
So
Indria.
in Drenta, what you guys have are, if you guys recall back to one of the maps, there was the Stormborn estate that was in now what is the capital city of Minth. One of the really only features of what is considered kind of a desolate continent in like the modern world. So Minth is one of the few actual kind of locations in Drenta. You guys saw the anchors getting transported over the mountains. Somebody make a history check for me.
Ooh.
Not it.
Where's my character sheet?
More than one can too. Elias, if you want to roll with your new advantage.
Too slow, Squeak. I'm rolling with my net.
You might
Alright.
need to tweak.
17.
You might need to tweak the item, but I
18
have
for
advantage
17.
on every check.
On
From
every
wearing
check.
it. Yeah.
You gotta,
At least
you
it
gotta
says
have
so
your
on my
character
screen.
sheet ready to go, Doc.
It did
I
just say
beat you
advantage
anyways.
ability. Hold on.
Like we're
Intelligence
supposed to be
ability
dumb.
check. Did that? Can you do a refresh?
Not when it comes to
Yeah,
this. Whatever it is.
I
don't
know
if
that.
doesn't work. Oh wait, let me double save.
I am doing. I got a minus
And
one.
if that doesn't change it, remove it and re-add it to your inventory and see if that
Okay.
changed it. I think I fixed it. I did just hit advantage on ability checks. Crazy.
I was like, damn.
That
I was
is
like,
crazy,
advantage
I
on
know.
it.
Strong item.
Ooh.
All right, so CeeLo coming in.
There we go.
CeeLo, you remember at the dinner party, the mage who had his girlfriend killed by the faceless assassin was, I believe, Andrew Stormborn, of the name of the ruling family in Minth. So, a Stormborn has been seen in the world. He was trying to get influence with the Wharftown mayor, basically. He was playing the political circles. But he didn't seem super into it. He was kind of just doing it. And then his fiance was murdered. And he said, I know who did this, and teleported away in a kind of a flashy...
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna play laser with you tonight. Don't be angry.
there's the Stormborn Estate, there's the Anchors, there's the book. Is there anything else in Grinta that we had to look into?
Anchors, book, the dwarf army.
The dwarf army.
Yeah, I think that was really it. I mean, I guess we can also, while we're here, or I guess along the way, try and pick up some books for Elias too. Because yeah, that does seem like a very easy thing to accomplish. We've just kind of not done it.
We're not book people, you know?
We could. You guys want to raid a library?
I'm down to raid a library.
Diplomatic.
Go ahead.
Every fucking book is on.
He's at the end of the shelf like this, and you guys are just pushing it.
My arm's just fucking huge. Guys, I'm full.
Looking like that blueberry girl from
You gotta
Willy
keep
Wonka.
going. I can't. You gotta go. You can't.
I can't. Start
I had so many
burping.
books today. You burp a sticky note. Ah.
Mhm.
You get one that's infected with bookworms, and you just throw up the grubs.
Bookworms being a thing is great.
The library has a cat. I decided.
Perfect.
I have a cat in my study too.
Do you really? Dang it.
We
There
got
can't be
cats.
two.
There can't be two.
Yeah, there can't. We have 2
They
cats.
won't get along.
All right, so that's a pretty solid. Yeah, I can work with that. Are there any other like check-ins or things like that?
I guess while we're here, I don't know that we've really checked in with the Bao Li contact, but
She's our leader now.
Yeah.
is she okay? I guess I didn't realize she was
Claudia-
gonna
Claudia's
She's
do
a good
Bao Li.
boss.
double duty.
It seems that the Bali have taken a more upfront. They were kind of in charge before, but since there was the rift and like a war happening, they've taken a more direct approach to governance.
I think those are really the only check-ins. But that would be my wanted approach.
Ivan, were you
to
adding
the
any
game.
rooms?
I am not. My current room lets me craft a focus, and I can cast Healing Word once per week. That's the Sanctuary. I think or maybe not. Maybe the Sanctuary is the one that I was looking at for level 5.
No,
but
Sanctuary
that
is
one.
the 5 one.
The upgrade I was looking at didn't
The
do
scarcity and the sacricity.
Yeah, the Sacricity. I don't think that one did a ton. I think that money could probably be better spent in another facility or on gear. So I don't really have any expansions at the moment that I feel would be a worthwhile investment on the group's
I mean, the
behalf.
holy water is not bad.
Yeah. That could definitely come in handy depending
That
on
could
where
come
we're
in handy.
going. But
You
I
go.
figure we could probably just buy it along the way somewhere.
Somebody's
know.
vulnerable to radiant damage. You could have Vic just yeet a potion at him. Sneak attack.
Well, and I do Radiant by
Yeah.
default. God's little Energizer Bunny.
I like to think of the bonuses to helping out this army that's stationed there if you guys are willing. So like the lesser regeneration fruit, it grows every day. So like with the greenhouse, you could give that to the healing of like the army or like things like that. Same with
Yeah,
the...
we could open that up. And I can do antitoxins too with my garden.
I'll make
Can we do
poisons
multiple
and
gardens?
I have a garden and a greenhouse.
You can do multiple gardens, yeah.
I would, if we could, if we have the money for it, I would be
healing
down
potion
to do a
garden?
for. Well, healing potions are for food. I don't know, because we could probably sell the food off. I don't know if that's something you'd be.
I mean, you could sell it for whatever the price of rations are. I mean, that's
Yeah.
fine with me.
Just a passive income, and we can use that to fuel based stuff.
So we're
So
farmers
Danny's
now?
passive income is going up to 200 gold every week. Is that correct?
20% of 2,000, so 400.
every week.
400 gold a week, but I'm giving a salary out, so like 380 a week.
Yeah, I think
That's a good
rations
passive
will
income.
probably bring in like 20.
But it also takes time, so it's like every other week is 380.
Okay.
Because I have to do like
So,
1
yeah,
week of.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's totally fine. You can also give it to the town. And
Yeah, I'd be fine.
I
with
want
that.
the Bastion to matter, so I'm going to try and keep, like having the army come in and use the same town was kind of what my plan was this time. But I want it to continue to matter. So if this war continues to get worse,
Which we'll try.
I mean, you guys have pretty taken a hard stance against Tesuliad. So as far as speaking of, we don't like one guy. There's at least that guy. I
They
know
made
you
it very
don't like.
easy to hate
So
them.
now we know it's not even a real god. I guess we kind of knew that before.
Or a new god, like really
Yeah.
new.
No, but it's not even like. Or yeah, I guess it could be a new.
It's not even old.
He said it's probably not. Yeah, he was doubtful that a god actually ascended.
Oh,
But that is
I
a
see.
Yeah.
But if we do have some extra, then I would be an advocate for building another garden. And yeah, I'll do some research to see what the viability is of crafting healing potions, because that could be a worthwhile
I think Doc,
venture.
isn't that the lab Doc that, or the workshop maybe? Or one of them
Lab can do
crafts-
greater potions. The garden can do
Oh.
normal potions.
Got it.
Which could just be a good standard to have. It
So you
would
could be
also
doing pumping
give
both
me,
of them every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do for out of the workshop adventuring gear every week for the army. So that's rope or whatever they need. Basically, open that up for commission.
Name one thing you
And
need a
then-
stupid fucking rope for.
How about guns?
Yeah,
You built
sure.
a gun in there before. You want to make a gunpowder core?
Yeah, let's just start training people have a bunch of goblins training people on how to use rifles and shit.
That's a vibe. I really like that vibe, actually.
And then once the lab gets opened, we'll do poison or anything with alchemist supplies.
Yeah.
So
So you could use some of the profits from the money making to craft specific potions and things like that. So if someone wanted alchemist fire or potions of invisibility or potions of fly, you just need half the cost and then half the however much time that is from the crafting rules, and you could be pumping out specific magic brews.
I feel like they should just pay for it, but
could
pay me, I'll
also,
make it.
Well, I mean, if you're using it.
No. I want to make stuff for the army. So I'm
I was
basically
picturing like you guys get an animal carrier of or postal service or a ghost messenger that can bring a fucking parcel, ghost mailman.
to bring us our shit.
Yeah,
You imagine dying and then being
Oh, I got you.
a worker.
I
getting
do
a
it all
job,
the time.
dude. But it's not getting a job. It's some guy comes up to you and goes like, "Wow, you're a mailman now," and you're like, "Oh no, I
That
was
is
just
terrible,
gonna,
though. Just
I was gonna haunt some guys."
You're a mailman now.
Damn it! God damn it!
Not again.
Spirits,
of the-
I bind you to the postal service.
The ghostal service.
Whoa.
I like it.
Whoa.
That's a different party that we make. The coastal
Label your packages with spirit.
God damn.
Oh my god.
It's a fucking Futurama
But I mean, like,
campaign.
I guess, long way of saying, I don't have a lot else ready, and I don't want to kick off since there's going to be a break for me, other than maybe one session. The week ahead on this, the question of what because next week I probably won't be able to play. I could play the week after that, but then I think I'm gone for 2 weeks because I'm going to Korea. So it feels like a good time for a side vibe. So it could be 3 if we want to do 1 session, but if you want to do 4 sessions, I'm fine with that. So there's 4 weeks of consistency. I know Kirby said he was willing to do something, but I think, Connor, if you've got even like 50% of a plan, I think you should jump in. Because you never will feel like
I have
you're
the concept
ready
of
for
a
your
plan.
You're never going to feel like you're ready for your first DMing.
I'm gonna be honest, like, you're probably gonna drop a couple things you planned on doing in terms of following the bullshit that ensues. So I feel like that's...
Yeah.
It may be very linear and forced, but
Yeah.
That
No,
you gotta
if
start
we're
somewhere.
okay with that, then yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'm down.
I mean,
I'm
did you enjoy the path of friendship?
'Cause that was
I
very
literally
linear
gave
and
you
forced.
one direction and no side shoots. It was the exact definition of rails.
Fuck it.
You guys couldn't even go backwards in the cave. It was just not gonna work.
Let's
You guys were like,
let's
we
pick
turn
a
around and
level.
start walking. I'd have been like, you have to pick. You're in charge.
If somebody
Welcome.
level 2. It'll be an introduction level, you know.
Sure.
You know your guy, you got some health, but you don't have a direction yet. Level 2.
It's also not gonna be overwhelming for you to remember everybody's stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause that could be-
balancing combat when there's not 90s utility spells. Is
I'm not
easier.
gonna balance it. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you guys every session.
Every session, new characters. If the fight was
And
too
then
hard,
bring us
die and
back.
bring back a guy 1 level higher. Every
You
time
guys
die,
quick
you
save?
level up.
No,
That's an
all new
interesting
character.
That's an interesting concept. Every time your player character dies, you get to make a new one 1 level higher.
Maybe I'll build my super AC artificer.
Everyone's
Just-
dumping cons.
No,
so
Billy,
they
I'm
can
gonna
level
make your
up.
character for you because you make some strong bullshit. That's what I'll say.
You can
You
make.
should
my
make a
character
nice,
long.
gentle
I
character.
should. I should.
I'm talking to Billy.
Yeah, please.
It's not nice.
No, I
it's
know.
not nice. That's what my first DMing. Mason brought a fucking Sun Spirit monk that was like, he rolled for stats and had like 4 17s and an 18, and we were level 1, and he like it was my first time ever playing D&D. I was in charge, and then I made some stuff and he just rolled all my combat, and I was like, I get it,
Yeah.
but like that wasn't that fun for everyone. Like everyone else was their first D&D session.
You make very
Yeah, I had a similar experience my first time DMing. Someone from that same group brought something.
Those boys
A
like a strong
caster.
character.
Yeah, they do. And he's like, after we got finished, he's like, all right, I took it easy on you, but here's every way I could have fucked your encounter. And like, he had like counter spell and he had dark. I mean, he just had all kinds of stuff that could have screwed everything up. And he's like, so just so you know, that's fair.
Yeah. But you're never going to feel ready, so I think you should just do it.
It's definitely a trial by combat.
And then I think you'll realize how little I actually have prepared whenever we're playing the game. And it's just like,
Oh,
I
no.
have a general idea.
I realize. I'm just kidding.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, you're just
yeah.
you're getting it's all going to come back to you when you're in charge.
That's yep.
You're shoving the karma at yourself, dude.
Yeah, I would highly encourage you to just jump in and do it and see how you like it. Because, yeah, like Clay said, you're not going to know really if you like it or if you're ready for it until you just do it. But with
Connor,
that
we
being
need a hard
said,
yes.
though I hard encourage you to commit.
All right.
Have something ready if we need a backup.
Connor is going to run a quick 3-session or 4-session.
Introduction, we'll call it. I have
4 sessions.
I
Billy put 4 fingers up.
4.
I need hard. We're planning
Sure.
here,
said yes,
Connor.
I
You
gave
can't
you-
waffle. You got to give me
Nope.
answers. 'cause
I'll
we're
do-
scheduling.
I'll do at least 4.
4.
The gap in 4.
Well, when I get back, we're going back to this game. So like, try to have the story, unless you want to be the side campaign, which is also totally fine because we currently don't have. I guess we still have the other guys, but we haven't really played it in our off weeks. But 4 sessions. Starting next week, Connor will be running something. If you need a D&D Beyond campaign that has shared stuff, I can share.
I think, yeah. Well, okay.
So what you'll do is you'll make
I'll
the
have
D&D
music.
Beyond campaign.
And it doesn't have
You'll-
it doesn't have to be connected to this.
Yeah,
unless-
It'll
I-
be easier to not connect it to this.
I have plans. I do really have. Yes.
So, advice
Yep.
on the first session, if you set the tone, tell people what the tone is going to be. So, like, hey, this is going to be a game. The vibes are silly. It's going to be about, riding a clown train straight to hell or whatever. Give them something to build a character so they fit in.
It'll
with.
be.
So send
So
out
far
your
disconnected
session
from where we
0
are
stuff.
today in this world. But I will.
Connor's going to run a 4-session game, Kirby. That's what you've missed.
Really?
Starting next week. And he
Wow.
declared level 2.
Kirby.
I was very confident.
It's been years
Wow.
in the world. I'm
Been a long
still not,
time.
I know we've talked about like somebody like Connor and Squeak have been like, I'll DM for sure for
Yeah. Long time.
I can't
years
wait.
now. It's like, all right,
Has been.
let's
Next
And
time
we've
we're...
peer pressured him to stop waffling.
So, Squeak, take this as a note because you're the next person that's going to get peer
You're the
pressured.
next little
And it
mini
may be
side arc.
We
sooner
ran a
rather
Star
than
Wars
later.
one a while back.
Yeah, that's true. Sweet
was
did
fun.
run Star Wars.
We were like the evil campaign.
I would love an evil Star Wars campaign.
Dude, if there was Star Wars D&D Beyond, I would 1,000,000% play Edge of the Empire again. That's literally the only thing stopping me is character sheet management on Roll20 was terrible.
Yeah, I wonder if it's better now.
I've followed them on Instagram. I've seen a lot of updates. It looks better.
I don't know. Since
I don't know
they're
if
not
it's-
making more Edge of the Empire. Like that whole series was cut by Fantasy Flight, so
Yeah.
The Roll20
Really
system
content
looks
ever.
better. I don't know how good as it is for
But they're like outsourced or like
outside of
handmade
D&D.
stuff in Roll20.
yeah. Maybe there's something better. The experience trees was the worst part. I would have loved to been able to track on that sheet because I had a PDF that I had highlighted which fucking boxes I had bought.
Yep.
It was not good. But yeah,
Connor,
so
what's the
if you
campaign? Level 2,
give us give people a
Level 2, I'll put it in the Telegram. Basically, if it evolves, it may eventually deal with time travel. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
how
what
I wanna
what
do that.
tone are you going for?
Ah,
Is it a serious? Is it gritty? Is it ephemeral? Is it like silly?
Excuse me.
no, some
Uncle Kane.
probably closer to serious with a lot of comedy on the side. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Just straight man comedy.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
a
like
cop.
gory or dark, but nothing like too serious. I've
Okay,
got
That's good. Those are good
yeah,
flavor notes.
I've got some plans. Yeah, I'll send
It's
you
just
all.
helpful. It's helpful for the others, yeah, to make a character knowing that, like, all right, we're gonna work together, and I like hate clowns. I don't know. I'm gonna use clowns.
we
Bring
all
a
be
character
clowns?
that hates clowns, or bring a character that's only clowns.
That was
Scared
perfect. Roger, what the fuck? That was yeah. Okay, all right.
And
Hell yeah,
if you
dude.
need the content sharing, I can content share for it.
Okay, I'll let you know. I will. Yeah, I'll literally we'll telegram after this. We'll start
Perfect.
cooking.
That's exciting. That's fun. Get hyped, Connor.
I'm scared and happy.
I'm scared. I'm scrappy. I'm scrappy, Scoob.
Oh, good stuff. Good. All right.
But that's all I got, guys. So
I think that's a good
Amazing.
place.
I-
Yeah.
I added a hireling
perfect.
for my library. His name is Grim.
Graham.
Speaking of which, last minute note. Not now, but I can message you, Clay. But if everyone's okay with me building an additional garden, I'll do some research into whether I think food or doing the potions would be better if we have the funds for it. But I also feel
we
like that
do.
would give me an opportunity, or at least I can justify maybe bringing on my own hireling, somebody
Mhm.
to take care of the garden and the sanctuary while I'm out doing the Lord's work.
You get the cost of the special
Yeah.
facilities come with the hireling.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
You gonna go altar boy gardener?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how that,
Is it gonna be
that is
problematic?
gonna work.
Did you ever decide on who's the overseer for like the whole bastion?
Wasn't it Barnaby or
I
what?
thought it was Barnaby. Yeah.
I thought it was between Barnaby and Shessa because they seemed the most competent.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
So they might have their own.
The
schedule.
French guy definitely wasn't giving manager vibes.
We'll alternate schedules for them.
And then the 4 fight clowns were also not giving manager vibes.
I'd probably fire him if he tried to get a promotion.
Right. The thing about you is you're right in the fucking lane that you're supposed to be in.
Dude, you got a good gig going on, all right?
If you try to
I
deviate
show up
from...
once every 3 months, and I just say, "Don't kill my flower."
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. I think just update whatever you guys want. You guys have the bank sheet, the money sheet. You have the Millinote Bastion shit note. Just put everything in there. When you hire a hireling, if you want vibes, give me a vibe note so I can just make it up as I go. Because I forgot what's his name was French. That's on me.
Make it
That
up.
was the only thing I had down.
Oh, there was a great.
And that's
I
the whole
saw
note. There doesn't
play.
need to be more than one note. Like, it could just be sticky, and I'll be like, all right, this guy's sticky. And that's good for
Something Law Reservoir. What's the name?
Yeah, like that's, I can work with sticky.
Having a character descriptor as sticky is crazy.
He's
Sticky.
just kind of sticky. Well, did you see the dropout thing where they were talking to Jacob Wysocki on his character?
Mm-mm.
And he goes, this whole character was born... I forget what his catchphrase was. He just had a catchphrase. He's like, wouldn't it be cool if I played a guy? And it was like, I don't remember. What is the catchphrase? I don't know. But it was his whole note for the entire character he played for a campaign. Started with just sticky, basically. I want to play a PC that's sticky, and I will figure out why later. Barry
Well-
was just that voice. My Bernie Sanders impression. That's where Barry was.
This is a good era.
I love Barry. I can't wait for that one shot whenever we should plan that sometime. Get Barry's Kingdom Island one shot. Cause I got that gun in for like 2 sessions and I didn't get to shoot it nearly as many times as I really wanted to shoot that fucking gun.
Except that one
know.
time you shot the poor prisoner girl.
I didn't shoot her. That was Preacher.
My idea for
Technically, he gave the command, but someone pulled the trigger.
my idea for a quick little like 3-shot was do the bad guy side of the campaign, where everyone makes a bad guy, and then you'd be sent on a mission to go like get an artifact or something from a wherever. And I would just tell you guys to make characters, and then I would tell one of you is like undercover or something, so that way you guys don't know who is trying to like
Oh, cool.
backstab the group or whatever.
Mm.
Or
Wait, that
then
sounds
you guys
fun.
Would all, you guys would all know somebody's just straight up lying.
Special.
Yep.
Kirby Special. Carlos kills a PC.
The Kirby special.
Are you willing? Yeah, I'm willing.
Yeah, put that
Right.
shit on my neck.
If someone in D&D asked, "Are you willing?"
I thought he was a friend.
Don't do it.
It's not fair. It was a
R.I.P.
learning moment.
Yeah.
It's always weird. I was calling to set up my electricity for my new apartment, And after she was like, yeah, does that sound good? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, you have to say, I accept. And I was like, now I don't like it. I don't like whatever. I need you to verbally say, I accept.
I accept for what?
Just like she was telling me the addresses and like the start dates. And
Do
the
you
electricity
accept this
bills.
charge?
Ugh.
There was a charge for turning off my electricity, which they do that for
Electricity
free,
is
you
a
don't
charge.
pay,
That
so
was
that's
my
crazy.
joke. Sorry.
That's crazy.
No, they charge you to turn off the electricity, but if you just don't pay, they'll turn it off. Like, what are they doing? Do they not think I know the cheat codes?
For real.
11.